We begin with Jim Kirchherr's look at matchmaking, startup style.
You want to meet entrepreneurs, you want to talk startups, you can't do any better than this. St. Louis's annual Startup Connections.
Oh, that one?
Another feature that if nobody is online, they automatically be filtered.
So tonight we have 75 top startups across a range of industries, everything from fintech, technology, bio, education, manufacturing and consumer products. We have a whole range of those startups here tonight, and you can see what's going to be hot the next year or two. These are the companies that are just coming into the marketplace.
Like it's only 50.
We'll have 1,300 or 1,400 people here this evening. It is a great mix of energy.
One of my visions is at the
Almost anywhere you go, you're going to get an elevator pitch. You can talk business plans, hopes, and dreams. You can hear stories of startup successes and startup failures.
Two guys from Colombia are making and packaging gluten-free waffles, but they started this business after running into too many obstacles marketing a medical device.
Failing quick and failing with knowing the reason you failed is actually better than not failing for a long time and then realizing you're doing something wrong.
In the last 2 years we've been here, this conference here has just exploded from like 2 floors to 3. Now there's standing room only. I mean, that's what's been happening. It's real. There is a renaissance of startups.
Amit Kathari doesn't sound like he's from around here, and he's not. The CEO of Talify started his business software company in Great Britain. But he competed for and won $50,000 in cash from Arch Grants, a nonprofit St. Louis business accelerator. The money comes with one big string attached. You've got to relocate to St. Louis.
We came from London of all places, right? Arch Grant brought us, the Arch Grants program brought us here in St. Louis. We're only supposed to stay for a year, but there's no way in hell we'd relocate anywhere else. So it's been 2.5 years now since the Arch Grant. We're still here.
Cities are working hard to create an entrepreneurial culture and offering all kinds of support services. Talify has an office in Silicon Valley, but it's kept its headquarters in downtown St. Louis's T-Rex Incubator building. Companies here get office space, computer hookups, meeting rooms. In another part of the city, the Cortex Innovation District, you'll find biotech companies renting lab space. A 3D printing company is building and shipping its machines from the basement of Nebula, a co-working space on the city's south side. And some people, they just need a bigger kitchen.
Yeah, this is where we made our sauce.
Freddie Lee James and his wife Deborah started cooking, bottling, and labeling barbecue sauce at home. And as sales increased, they needed to expand. He heard about St. Patrick's Center. It's a nonprofit that provides services for the homeless, but it also had set up a small business incubator. And the kitchen it uses during the day is offered to culinary startups in the evening.
So I'm cooking on this side, and on the other side, can I show you?
Yeah.
This program started about 8 or 10 years ago. Thought process was that we would introduce this concept to clients who came in or other people who were interested in becoming entrepreneurs but didn't have any connections to the people or information that they needed to do that.
What he's doing here, I used to wash my jars.
This truly has been a dream for us because we were able to produce our product.
It was originally called, and in some stores is still sold, as Freddie Lee's Ghetto Sauce. But one of the big grocery store chains convinced him to change the name, and it's also sold now under the name Freddie Lee's American Gourmet Sauce.
Well, we lined our tables up because...
If you look at the folks that work in our incubator that come to us, they're coming into it from a different place than, let's say, a tech entrepreneur, somebody who's going to probably have at least a 4-year degree. Our folks are maybe not going to have that, but they're going to have a great idea, they're going to have a strong passion, and they're going to want to make their idea a success.
They have moved out of the incubator and are now cooking and bottling at a local food plant. Like a lot of startups, Freddie Lee and Deborah used their own money they borrowed from friends and family, and then hit the so-called valley of death, where startups fail because too much money's going out, not enough revenue is coming in. But another nonprofit that helps low and moderate income families lent them $9,000 and kept the dream alive.
We're in 178 stores now, So we're in Hy-Vee, Dearborgs, Snooks.
And moving out of St. Louis as well, yeah?
Yeah, we're in Columbia, Jeff City, one store in Kansas City. That's a Hy-Vee store in Kansas City.
That's got to be a tough barbecue sauce market.
It is.
You must run into people who say, I got a cookie recipe, or I make this. I think I could bottle it and make some money. What do you tell them?
Wow, we ran across a lot of them too. Well, first thing, don't give up. I tell them that. This is your dream. God blessed you with this dream. So regardless of who said don't do it, you know what you got. And we truly try to encourage them. And not only that, we have to give them some information because people helped us along the way. So whatever we can help them with, we do.
I can't say enough about how cool the community is here. Everybody wants to help you, and so it's been a really help for us.
I calculated this. It's 5 times cheaper to live here than in Silicon Valley.
And it's awesome to have people who are excited about your idea. I feel like I moved from Seattle, and the St. Louis community, I feel, has really supported me. Like, I feel like they actually want me to succeed, and that means a lot.
There's something huge happening, and it's going to happen in the Midwest.
Still, there's work to be done. A successful startup might have to follow the money, and Midwesterners have a reputation for being conservative investors. Deep pockets, as the saying goes, and short arms.
You're not only necessarily wanting to educate people who want to start businesses, you want to educate the investment community.
Oh, completely. That's an important part. We have a lot of funds in the community, but people aren't sure how to invest in startups. It's improving slowly.